Welcome to the Grand Fleet Podcast. This week we're continuing our countdown to Chapter 1000. Or at least we were, until our media got completely deleted and our Episode 3 was destroyed. However, we're going to be trying something a little different today. Even though we're not going to be doing the Three Admirals video, we will talk a little bit about some of the neat things we talked about in that video before it was lost to time. But today we're going to be going through our resident theorist's Smizzle's One Piece Theory Generator. I recommend you guys all take a look at it. You'll probably have it posted, or whoever's posting it will have it posted, so you guys can check out some epic One Piece theories of your own that you can post on Reddit, get some of those upvotes, you know. But in the meantime, we're going to be going over a few of them that we get randomly generated and seeing what kind of feasible theories are lurking out there that no one has stumbled upon before. I am Levi from The Voice of All Things.
I'm Smizzle.
I'm Bravo from Bravo D-Boy.
And I'm King KZ from King KZ75.
Yes. Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, why don't you start, Bravo? What are some theories that the theory generator has given you?
All right. Let's see here. True or false? Hawkins stomps Roger.
Weren't we supposed to talk about admirals?
Yeah.
Hawkins? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with true on this one because, well, think about it. All right, Roger, like, and we all talk about how Roger is like, strongest pirate ever. He was the king of the pirates. Got the One Piece treasure, right, everything like that. But at the end of the day, he still died. And not only that, he died to like these two random dudes, who just stabbed him through the chest, on the balcony or whatever you call that. Like, he just died to like these two no-name randos, literally no name at all. We don't know their faces. We don't know anything about them. And he died to them. Meanwhile, Hawkins, he's still alive and he's still in the present, and he's still active in the story. He's in the current arc right now. So yeah.
Counterpoint. You see, though, the problem is Hawkins was defeated by the Straw Hat with the third highest bounty. Not even the first or second, third highest.
Actually, probably fourth.
Yeah. Wait, is he fourth now?
You're talking about Zoro, right?
Yeah, so he has
It's fourth,
Zoro's
'cause
no longer
Jinbei.
in the monster trio, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true. Dang. Yeah.
And Hawkins was beat by him.
Yeah.
So you're saying Roger is low 5th commander level. I think that's what we're taking from this.
Yeah.
Because
like,
he's lower than
is
top 3 shots
Hawkins
and
isn't
Hawkins.
even a commander. He's like a headliner, right? Like, that's not really the same thing. But yeah, I say that he's probably below that level. I'd say yeah.
What is the term they use in the community, like C2, C3?
Who cares?
I heard that on I've been watching some other YouTubers starting to do their videos about theories, and one of them was actually kind of addressing the community and how toxic they get about power scaling, and he was using some of the terms, and I was like, these are insane.
All right.
These are insane. What are these terms?
Yeah, they're all foreign to me. It's like they're speaking a different language.
Yeah, I don't really understand the tier numbers. Like, I understand Yonko level. I understand commander level. Like, that makes sense to me. But I don't quite understand, like, where exactly do the power scalers put admiral level in relation to Yonko level? Because I think the admirals and the Yonko, they're pretty much equal, right? And
if that was the case, I feel like they wouldn't have been so scared about Emperor attacking.
Emperor.
Yeah, but if think about it, if an admiral could take on an emperor, mano a mano,
well,
then they had 3 of them, and if just Whitebeard was coming, they should have been like, haha.
And Garp and Sengoku.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe it wasn't that, but like Yonkos, they not only do they have themselves, they also have they also have numbers. They have thousands of different people, and not everybody is admiral level. Not every marine is admiral level, and I guess it's like hard for them to come across somebody who can actually go toe to toe with somebody who's commander level or something. I don't know. I don't know.
I really don't
I don't
get
know.
any of this is fine.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to share the theory I just got because it's the best one. Because, obviously for the longest time, we've been wondering, is Kuina really dead? And obviously early on in the series, we're all expecting, Queen is Tashigi. But hear me out.
Right.
Jack is Queen.
All right. I can actually see the credibility to this because, I've seen a theory kind of similar. But Kuina is like, when you take Queen, the Calamity Queen, as in Queen the Plague or whatever. You take him. It's actually like when you Romanize the Japanese spelling, it's spelled Kuin, right? And if you take Kuina, you spell Kuina, that's Kuina, right? So like, so basically, yeah, I could see Jack being Queen.
Plus,
I mean,
we
Kuina.
see the parallel with Wano.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Her being Shimotsuki.
Yeah, and the Wado Ichimonji. Like, who else would have been to Wano? Like, yeah, so, the Wado Ichimonji, that's from Wano. Kuina is outside of Wano. And what other character do we know has been both inside and outside of Wano? Jack. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
It also plays into her villain arc because you see like she has like the Shimotsuki backgrounds potentially from Shimotsuki Village. Her grandfather made like Enma or something like that. I don't remember. I think I heard something like that. And then
Yeah, precisely.
and then so she's coming back to take vengeance on Wano by taking it over through the Beast Pirates. It makes perfect sense for her character arc. And she became a fish man somewhere in there.
Yeah, probably. Like, we could slip some Vegapunk stuff in there, too,
Yeah.
Like some genetic modification. I could see it, I haven't been able to generate a theory that, like, I really just, fall in love with. Something I can really, like, sink my teeth in. But I have seen, the theory managed to spit out was that Roger was still alive. That's not too unique of a theory. There was another one about how, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, Oda has intended for parallels between Law and Yamato.
Well, they're both going to join the crew. So that
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
of course. Ace is playing a major role in the Elbaf arc. That one makes a little bit. I think that makes a lot of sense. We like everybody ever since Ace was actually killed. You've been seeing theories about how he could be revived, and Elbaf is like the arc that we're all looking forward to. So I can see Ace like in order to like hype Elbaf up more, Oda could bring back Ace, bring him back to life during the Elbaf arc. I saw while I was still catching up with One Piece in the manga, like the anime episode aired where Ace was where it had the Ace flashback, and I was like, oh, okay, so they brought back Ace. They brought him back to life, but no, that was just a flashback. I didn't know that at the time. I just saw the image out of context. But yeah, I was a little disappointed that when I found out that Ace still isn't alive. But I'm sure Oda will bring him back eventually.
In due time.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Oh, here's one. True or false? Aokiji stomps Dofi.
I think that already happened.
Oh, yeah.
True.
But if there was a rematch, would Dofi
True,
be able to
yeah.
pull it off?
No.
No? Yeah.
No.
All right.
Dofi is getting bodied.
All right.
I still think mine is best that Oda intended for parallels between page 1 and page 1.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Actually, I don't know. Page 1 and page 1. I don't know. Like what all do they have in common?
Surprising amount, actually.
Really? All right. Let's think about this. We got the
Relationship with their sister.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got the whole like dinosaur zone transformation thing. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could see it. I guess I could see, Oda.
I mean, I could see it definitely, right? Because if you look on page 1, Luffy starts out as a very scared kid who's over pompous. Look at page 1, he starts off as a very, he first seems over pompous, and then when he meets Alti, he's very scared. So, I mean, page 1 of One Piece and page 1 in Wano, definitely see the parallels right there.
Yeah.
It's almost so clear cut that it's not even a theory.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
Let's talk about one which is a very big, it's a hot take, shall we say.
Okay.
All right. discussion point. Whitebeard is most likely gay.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I think it's a quote from Nux Taku, or it's a quote from Whitebeard from Nux Taku.
I think you're about to say the same thing. I'm thinking,
Okay,
but go for it.
Yeah. Ride my dick and call me daddy.
And call me daddy. Yes.
Right.
That's true. It's a compelling argument.
Yeah. One thing that would be interesting is if we ever get a love interest, or this would also take away a lot of credibility to the whole Baki and Weevil thing, right? If that was the case.
No, I think it definitely doesn't take credibility away. I mean, that's obviously why he didn't end up with Bakin and settling with Bakin.
Yeah, that's what I was
saying.
That's when he realized that he was gay.
Right.
He tried it and he's like, no, straight life is not for me.
Yeah.
I've tried it, I'm
And
sure now.
it could be a case where Weevil is simply just a genetic failure at artificially created human being, and I think that would make a lot of sense if you look at all of Weevil.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the little stitches and everything. All right, here's one. Here's a good one. I think this is a really cool theory. I think this one actually holds up really solidly. Like, all you really got to do is just think about it. But yeah, it says here, top 5 weakest characters: Roger, Don Krieg, Lord of D Coast, Big Mom, and Kami. What do you guys think?
Top 5
As in
strongest?
the best characters or the strongest?
Weakest.
Oh,
No.
Unexpected.
don't sleep on Kami.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, there's no way Kami can be on the same level as Roger. Kami is way stronger than he is.
We've
Definitely.
never seen her lose to Hawkins, so
Yeah, and we've never seen her die either. So, yeah, that definitely puts her over Roger.
I think the only issue here is Lord of the Coast, because I feel like Lord of the Coast has to be top 6 because we need Higuma underneath Lord of the Coast. But apart from that, this is perfect.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely true. Didn't Higuma said he had like what 8 billion berries on his head? Yeah.
8 million.
8
Yeah, something like
trillion.
that.
8 trillion.
8 trillion? Yeah. There's no way. Right. Lord of the Coast, like he I would say he mid-diffed Higuma, right? Yeah.
I mean, come on. Lord of the Coast is not really
Yeah.
a threat.
Mid-low, low mid.
Everyone, like, you never hear of anyone else struggling to get off the island. Only Higuma struggled.
Right.
well, and actually, Sabo kind of struggled getting off the island too.
It's true, actually. I never thought
See,
about
yeah,
and that
that's
wasn't
right.
even because of Lord of the Coast.
Yeah.
Celestial Dragons over Lord of the Coast. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Oda has intended for parallels between Enel and Brook.
Okay. I can see that one. For one thing, they're both really tall. You've also got the
I mean, just think about it. Enel wants to be God, went to the sky, to heaven. Brook's soul went to hell, right? So
yeah.
the parallel is right
Yeah.
there, right? And then both of them went to the other side and are coming back, essentially, or are fabled to be coming back.
Right. Because Enel's definitely coming back, right, guys?
And then the next step from Enel's powers, after using, the electricity, is to kind of use that to heat things up and change their shape. Brook
yeah.
uses ice to freeze things.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that doesn't sound it to you.
I bet you Enel, like whenever Enel comes back, he'll probably have like some kind of ability called like soul liquid or something like that. That would be like confirmation right there,
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it. I've already called it.
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think Brook's backstory, it's all a lie.
Oh, really?
I think after Enel was defeated by Luffy, that whole cover story stuff happened. The timeline's a little weird, but that's just kind of how Oda did it. And then he actually, all of the Gura Gura powers were all in his pants. So, and he was able to be a Logia still. So he actually then ate the Yomi Yomi no Mi, right?
Oh, so you're saying Enel is
Straw
Brook?
Hats. After skinning himself.
Yeah, that would be really
Yeah.
crazy. Like, You got like a. So then we could like later we could see like his real backstory and like how he has this redemption arc. You know how he learns to actually befriend Luffy and all this time he had that do-rag or whatever you call it. Under it was the afro. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, true. That's true. I can actually see it. That
Yeah.
That's why he was able to
whole
cause,
time.
the lightning, everything, because he's just he had some other device, maybe linked to the Arc Maxim. Maybe the Arc Maxim wasn't multiplying it; it was actually causing the lightning, and that's why it didn't affect him himself because he has no skin or blood to conduct the electricity because he's bones.
Right. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yo.
That might have been the worst book laugh I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
You need to isolate that one in editing.
Yeah.
Yo. Usopp is definitely getting a rock Logia confirmed. Screen cap this.
Wait, who is?
Usopp.
Usopp. The Rock Logia?
I mean, if he isn't, then what is he getting?
Right. Unless
Getting
he could
killed.
probably get the Kami Kami no Mi, the God fruit. That would make a lot of sense. But other than that, the Rock Logia makes a lot of sense too.
All right, here's one. I think this one is probably going to be proved true. Ace is dead.
Oh really? Dang! No.
I'm still
Ace
waiting
has
for the
gotta be
confirmation,
alive, right?
bro.
No.
Bro, that's
yeah.
headcanon.
Get this theory out of me.
Yeah.
Get this theory out of me.
Yeah. No. Terrible. Garbage.
Trash theory.
No.
Jeez.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see.
I have one that says Rox is actually going to destroy Fishman Island. Now, I definitely believe this is true simply because, of the theory, where they destroy the Red Line and then all the rocks come and destroy Fishman Island and create the All Blue. So, Rox, definitely.
Yeah, that makes a lot
point.
of sense. That's a really good point. All right. Oh, I saw Sanji is going to destroy Fishman Island. I think that would make a lot of sense too. Sanji, I feel like he might be him and Zoro are the only two characters that haven't gotten, the Straw Hat, right? So Sanji could get the Straw Hat and then go back to Fishman Island, and he's saying all the mermaids and stuff, they're too beautiful to exist, and he's gonna destroy them all. I think that would make a lot of sense too.
The world is not ready for the All Blue, so he will destroy it.
Right, exactly.
Adds to his whole Mr. Prince thing because in the silhouette we don't really see a kind of silhouette of him. So it adds to the whole him on these mystery operations.
Right.
I'm definitely liking this one.
Yeah, definitely. Here's a good one. I want to kiss Tashiki's face. What do you guys think of this theory?
That's an interesting
I mean,
theory.
only if she's inhabited by Smoker, but yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah. I agree.
Only if she's her body's been taken over by Smoker, but okay.
Oh yeah.
Only if she's in
Right,
Smoker's
right.
body.
Right. Or yeah, if she's in Smoker's body. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one, I wanna hear some of the thoughts on this one.
Which way does it have to go? Only if she's in Smoker's body?
Oh, either way for me.
No.
For me
Only if
personally.
Smoker's in her body. Okay. Oda has intended for parallels between Black Maria and Shanks.
Oh well,
Isn't this already canon?
yeah. I mean, I feel like this one's kind of without discussing because it's pretty obvious. You got well. Think about it like this: Black Maria is a large person, right? We don't know if she's a giant or something like that, but she's very large. So Shanks, he's actually the smallest out of the four emperors, but figuratively speaking, he is very very large. He is because he is one of the four emperors, one of the strongest pirates in the One Piece world, but he also he has something going on with the fleet admirals, or Sengoku, which would kind of whatever let him just kind of walk up to Marineford and whatever something. Yeah, there's something about him that he has influence over. There's something about something that he has influence over. Something that gives him influence over Sengoku and even the Gorosei. So yeah, very. Yeah, so that there you go. There's the largeness. You've also got the.
I think that there's 2, 3 undeniable points. One, when we see in Shanks, like in the current story, when Luffy started his journey and he got his first bounty, we met Shanks. He was drinking. The first time we see Black Maria just chilling, after the Otogoropo introduction, she was drinking with Kaido.
Yeah.
She was offering drinks to Kaido. Shanks was offering drinks to Mihawk. And then finally, Kaido wanted to go to Marineford. She kind of stopped him from going there. Sanji wanted to go to the roof to help Luffy get there and fight Kaido. She stopped Sanji from going there.
Yeah.
I mean, if that doesn't spell parallels to you, I don't know what you're watching.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Yeah. And the more you think about it, the more sense it just makes, you know. So Brable's audio got lost and Levi had to leave early. So the remainder of this episode is basically just me and King KZ. Enjoy. Here's a theory. Rox is definitely going to die. What do you guys think of this theory?
I think at some point, yes.
Yeah.
In the very near future.
Yeah.
Right? It's as Hiruluk said, you know, you only die when you're forgotten. And we're coming to the point where all the members of Rox are about to die off. So
Yes.
it's almost about that time.
Right.
Okay, guys. People have been talking about whether a Straw Hat will die or not, right? And people have also been talking about the next couple of new Straw Hats that may join the crew, may not join the crew. And tell me what you think of this theory real quick. Carrot is officially dying in Marineford 2.0, baby. Let's go.
So I think there's a couple of different layers to this theory. First of all, Marineford 2.0 is kind of a theoretical, it's sort of a theoretical arc. But basically, for those, you know, who don't know, I don't know how you couldn't know because, like, everybody talks about this. But ever since Sabo, you know, ever since something happened to Sabo, the leading theory is that he's been captured by the world government and/or Marines. And so the leading theory is that Luffy will have to pull up to maybe New Marineford, maybe Marie Joie, and he'll have to try to free him. And basically, it'll start a whole new war again, just like Marineford. And maybe one thing that I hate about Marineford is that, like, you got the whole part where Akainu punches Ace through the chest or whatever, and now everybody thinks that Ace is dead, but even though Ace is definitely alive. So I kind of hope we don't get a moment like that. I'm kind of hoping that, you know, Sabo could pull out of this you know, completely unscratched and everything. Oda will learn from his mistakes and, like, not hurt his characters so bad, you know, so that, like, we'll come out, like, make sure his characters are okay so that people won't go around thinking they're dead, you know.
But I really like this theory, though.
Yeah.
I really like it because it will bring out such a deep point in the story, which I think Oda wants Luffy to learn. That, you know, he can have as much power as he can, but, you know, you can't be in control of everything, right? So in the first one, he got stronger, finally reached Marineford, and he learned the lesson that, you know what, he may have gotten stronger in the past and managed to protect his crew, but he protected his crew, but he couldn't protect his brother. And then I think that what's going to happen in this war is that he's going to learn that, yeah, you can, you know, save your brother in Sabo, but
you can't
at the same time, you can't protect your crew. Or exactly, that's how Kaido.
So yeah,
I think that's a very deep lesson that Oda wants him to learn.
A choose one or the other type situation. Yeah.
Exactly, you have to choose your losses and your wins very carefully.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of the Punk Hazard Waterlogia Daz Bones theory?
Yo, that's actually a really deep theory.
Yeah.
That one's not even out yet online, bro.
Yeah. Nobody really talks about it, but yeah. You don't see it, but yeah, I think the Punk Hazard Waterlogia Daz Bones theory is pretty crazy. I think, like, it might be one of the better theories out there. Like, I feel like it's criminally underrated. Not very many people talk about it, but I think but maybe the reason nobody talks about it is because, like, everybody just knows it's canon at this point. But yeah. All right, here's a good one. There's proof that Black Maria is related to Mihawk.
What color is Mihawk's sword?
Black.
What color is exactly?
And what color is Maria? She's black. Yeah. Well, yeah. Right.
I feel like he said that and he's like, oh wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a question for you guys.
I can't seem to remember the context for this, but I wanted to keep it. So here it is. Yeah, Hito no Mi, model giant woman, or something like that, you know. Model BBW, or something like that. Alright, what were you saying, Kikezi?
Oh, I was gonna ask you guys. Do you think that Oda is intended for parallels between Stelly and Odin?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. For one thing, they both come from, like, this sort of royalty, you know, being higher than everybody else. Stelly, he left his country for the reverie. Odin, he left his country, you know, to do his things and everything. So, you know, they're both born in royalty. They both left their countries. They both have brothers. You know, Stelly had Ace, and you know, Odin he had Whitebeard. Well, that's one, and you know, he had you know, there's a bunch of other theories about Odin's brother, but yeah.
Oh yeah, true. They both married someone important to the world, right? One married someone from the Void Century. Another one married someone whose country goes to the Reverie.
Right.
Important people to the world, definitely.
All right. So let's see.
I ship Doflamingo and Amande.
Amon. Let me look this up. Amon, she's the lady with
neck.
the long legs or long neck.
Long neck. She's on with a long neck
Yeah.
who like has the slow moving thing. I think
Yeah.
her skin looks a bit blue or something like that.
Yeah, no.
And get this,
I
right?
don't believe that.
Get this
that
right.
that theory is not true at all because Amon belongs to me, not Doflamingo.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but like Amande is on my side.
No,
but, like,
no.
I
She's
think
mine.
I think it makes sense. Think about this, right? Doflamingo has, you know, a string fruit, and he uses strings, right? Strings are, you know, very commonly used in instruments, right? Instruments, orchestra. I think you can get where we're going. Some of her moves, Amanda's moves, is like slow waltz, slow ballad. So I think there's definitely a connection, right? I think they have this bond here with string instruments and music.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Here's one. Kuma low diffs Kobe. What do you guys think? No? Yeah, me neither. Kobe's definitely like he's definitely warlord level. he's
S tier.
Yeah. He's definitely warlord. Like they wouldn't have sent him after Hancock if that wasn't the case. And Kuma
Exactly.
Kuma is a warlord.
Two warlord level characters.
Right. Here's what's cool about what's funny about this little theory generator is that it prints out things that are actually canon sometimes, just accidentally. You know, this one it just said Lord of D Coast is probably part of the Revolutionary Army. Like, what do you mean probably? Like he was basically there, right? Like yeah, I don't know if you guys like if you really pay attention, like he was like we saw like his tail at the Reverie. So like we saw him like kind of swimming around in the background. So like if you look closely, he's there. So yeah.
All right. So this one that I have right now is a bit funny because it reminds me of a video I made. And it says this. Oda has intended for parallels between Shanks and Kaido. And this reminds me of the video that I made when we find out who was Kaido's son. And I made a video back then theorizing that, you know, Shanks is Kaido's son because of the parallels, right? Now, I'll just spit some of these quickly for you guys, just in case you didn't know them. Shanks loves drinking. Kaido loves drinking, right? Shanks has been known to be, you know, one of the strongest people in the One Piece world, one of the strongest characters out of Delphoid. Kaido is one of the strongest characters in the One Piece world. Both of Shanks was an apprentice pirate on the greatest pirate crew back when he was young. Kaido was an apprentice pirate on one of the greatest crews back in their day, right? Kaido wants to start the greatest war, and we've seen Shanks loves to end wars. So I'm just saying, it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Here, Brobble said something about how Kaido wants to start the greatest war so that Shanks can come and end it, so that they can reunite and be together again.
That's
This is
yeah.
Shanks is the son.
They
who he
want.
wants
They just want to
really rule
reunite.
Wano.
Oh, that's no. He just want. Oh,
Shanks coming to Wano
yeah.
confirmed.
Wow. Yeah, I was about to talk about this proof that Odin will be revived theory, but that's just way too. That's just way too sad. You know, like this is way too not
think
sad,
that's
but
just way too
emotional.
out there, honestly.
Heartstring pulling. You know. All right, here's a discussion. I wish I could lick Alvida's lips. I mean, who doesn't, you know?
I mean, you'd miss. You just kind of slip
Yeah,
by.
like you just kind of like I feel like they're really slippery and maybe kind of slimy. It'd be a very interesting sensation.
Oh, yeah, just quick question, right? Quick question. Like, away from discussions, right? How do you think a fight between Alvida and Khalifa would go? With, like, yeah, just how would that go? Because, you know, a big thing about Khalifa's devil fruit was that, like, she makes you slippery, but Alvida is inherently slippery.
Yeah, so it's a hard counter or something. Maybe like one. There's also like it's like one of those things where it's like Fujitora's devil fruit and Shiki's devil fruit, like they're kind of inverses in a way. You know, Fujitora's like
Yeah.
gravity, bringing things down to earth. And, Shiki's is making things float. Also, one thing that's interesting, Shiki, his epithet is Golden Lion, and Fujitora is Purple Tiger. That's interesting. Yeah.
Yo, these are big
Right.
cats in the One Piece world.
So, another thing is like, I've also heard this theory. There's this really interesting theory about how Buggy's awakening is essentially Law's devil fruit, Law's base devil fruit. So like, because Buggy can like chop himself up.
Yeah.
And awakenings, they affect your surroundings from what we've seen. So. Buggy's devil fruit would Buggy's awakening would literally just be Law's devil fruit, which means that like Buggy is probably like Buggy could probably also do the heart, not the heart, but the eternal youth surgery and probably not die because like he can just put his body back together if he died. So it's an interesting,
That's true.
interesting idea, isn't it?
I think the interesting part about Buggy is that I think that Oda is such a troll, honestly. And I've had this thought before. Because if you look at like other series which have like, you find like there's very similar characters to what's his name, Buggy, right? Characters who have kind of a similar power, I would say, not the same exact one. For example, you have Gildarts, the classic Gildarts from Fairy Tail, who everyone says is a copy of
Right.
Shanks, right? But Gildart's power is literally to break things into like little blocks,
So Shanks with Buggy's powers.
which is more reminiscent of Buggy's fruit, of the chop chop. But that's why. But another thing about that is why I say that Gildarts is better, because Gildarts is both Buggy and Shanks.
The best
But
of both worlds.
And then you have in Full Metal Alchemist, you have Scar, who also breaks things apart.
Yeah, that's right.
In My Hero, you have Shigaraki. Not Shigaraki. What's his name? Chisaki, who also has the power to dismantle things and put them together. And then you have Buggy. Oda just trolled us
Yeah.
with Buggy, honestly.
Yeah.
Here, Brabble brings up the theory that Vivi will be officially joining the crew in Marineford 2, baby. Let's go.
Ooh,
Oh,
this could be interesting.
this,
All right, so
we could be on
Yeah.
something here, given everything we've seen. Because I could see it really like easily, with the whole Sabo was captured. Something happened to Cobra. Maybe Vivi didn't go back home. She's, still there because who knows, maybe she's hiding, or she was kind of captured as well, but she's not really the one who they want to execute, but she's somewhere there captured. And then throughout the whole scuffle that's going on between the revolutionaries and the Straw Hats to rescue Sabo, maybe Mr. Prince stumbles on Vivi, right? He's walking through some corridors and he hears Vivi. And then boom, frees Vivi. Vivi joins the Straw Hat for like one last hurrah. And then they kind of help Sabo escape and Vivi escape. But then, world government's just like, yo, we took out Cobra now. We're going to get Pluton. They lay waste to Alabasta while she's away. I mean, she can't really be the queen of Alabasta if there's no
Right,
Alabasta.
right.
So,
and also another thing, adding on to like some of our previous series, we already said that Carrot is gonna die in that arc too. So like, maybe in the arc before, Carrot does officially join, but right when Marineford 2 happens, like during Marineford 2, she dies. And so, like, at that point, it'll be perfect because there will be an opening on the crew, so Vivi will have to join, to replace Carrot. I like the theory.
oh yeah, definitely. And she could help put the crew back together.
Here, Bravo said something about how it's crazy that Carrot, Vivi's entire country and her father had to die just so that she could join the Straw Hat crew.
Yes.
I mean, if that's not equivalent exchange, I don't know what is.
Right.
I mean, okay, this is also one that's like actually low-key a discussion-worthy point. Dofi is coming back.
Yeah.
Godo would never
Oda
forget.
would never forget.
Is he coming back?
Yeah. He's coming back to jail because he's gonna be staying there for the rest of the story. Definitely.
Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
Right. Exactly. All right. Here's a good one. Here's a really good one. All right. Kong is actually going to be the next main character after Luffy dies.
Oh, that's why Oda's been
Right.
saving him.
Like he hasn't done anything with Kong. Also, we've got like another like sort of thing we can sort of tie in where like Luffy is takes some inspiration from Goku, from Dragon Ball. And Goku, from Dragon Ball is based off of son Wukong, from the ancient Chinese myth, his journey to the West. So, there you go. You got like the perfect thing. You got like it's a kind of a perfect circle. Going full circle, coming back and like drawing inspiration from your inspirations. You've got like a thing. Now I think that would just be perfect. Maybe after Luffy dies, like he tells everybody that he has that his treasure is is yours to find it and he left it in 2 pieces or something like that. And so like
Ooh.
and so it's Kong's job, maybe either he's inspired by it, that he like quits everything and he's like, you know what, screw everything, and decides to become a pirate. Or he decides that since he's a Marine, since he's the commander in chief, that what am I trying to say? Like that he has to secure the two pieces. He has to secure the 2 pieces and make sure nobody else gets them. And maybe along the way in the story, he realizes that maybe the pirate's life is the life for him. Something like that. I think that would be really interesting.
I mean, definitely. I mean, obviously, with Kong's full name being Monkey D. Kong as Garp's father, that kind of
Yeah,
brings it full
of course.
circle.
Yeah, even
So
more
now
so.
talking about Garp, Dragon, and Luffy, you have Kong, Garp, and Dragon. 3 generations right next to each
Right.
other.
I can't find any really
cool
good
theories?
ones. I saw something about Nolan being Yonko level.
I saw something about Nolan being the final villain. I mean, I think it's a bit interesting. Like some of the people who are ranked, who people power scale, who I'm just like, there's no way you can power scale these people. It's just absolutely impossible. And there's 3 of them: Noland, Kalgara, and Ryuma.
Oh yeah.
Funnily enough, all of them lived around like 400 years ago. But there's literally nothing you can really use to say
Bro,
because they never have any interaction with anything else
what
in
if
the
they
story.
did? What if Oda just decided what if one day there was a chapter we had a glorious let's just entertain some ridiculous thoughts right now. Let's entertain some ridiculous thoughts right now. Let's say maybe this arc, maybe at some point in Wano, we're gonna get like a Ryuma flashback chapter, or maybe even a set of Ryuma flashback chapters. And during one of those chapters, he actually met Nolan, and they actually clashed or something at one point. I don't know for what reason.
Bro, actually, if he went to both see Nolan, actually met Nolan, and he actually went to Calgara's Island, that would be actually
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah. If they.
The number of Nolan fans.
Yeah. But yeah, we really.
I think that could either easily. I think like Nolan is the character who can easily have a cult in like the
Yeah,
fan base.
really.
He just needs the right kind of, or he just needs to say like the right thing about Nolan, and
Yeah, immediate. I feel like there isn't. I feel like there is a Nolan cult out there. They're out there somewhere. Maybe they're listening to this message right now. I feel like it's like I'm imagining like a small Discord small Discord server of about 20 people, and they're from all over the world, and they at first they didn't know each other, and But eventually, you know, they got to know they're really close. It's a really close, tight knit community of just Nolan lovers, and like sometimes some days they just don't even talk about Nolan, and they just talk about their own lives, and they talk about like where they're going and what they're doing. But I don't know. One day, they all meet up and they go to Japan.
I mean, there's probably even a channel where they talk about moments where people didn't believe them.
Yeah. Nolan believer persecution. I don't know.
Exactly. Okay, I have one which I feel like is a bit interesting just to think about. I don't think it's very likely at all. I don't even think like what's in here is even existing, but here it is. Nami is definitely getting the Kairoseki paramnesia. She'll make it, and then she'll be weak after she makes it.
Oh, no.
But it actually makes sense, right? Actually, okay.
Yeah, she's already weak, so it makes her strong.
Let me entertain this idea. Let me entertain this idea. If that happened, right? Let's say for some reason this fruit exists, and it doesn't make her weak, but for some reason it makes her invulnerable to Kairoseki. Then that would be really cool, because one, the Strats could just go through the Calm Belt anytime they want, as long as Nami's on the ship. So they could go to Boa Hancock's place, they could just go into any of the blues and come back, and it's all right. Because they essentially have what the Marines have, but like even better now.
Yeah.
And then, on top of that, this can go into like her weather tempo, back to that one video I made about her power-ups and her using clouds like the way using, what's his name, Skypiea, mixing like the regular clouds with the Kairoseki, because that's what they say makes the clouds that they use to build stuff. It's like when the particles, there's such a name of the particles that they use, I forget what it's called, but when they mix that with the clouds, it's what makes like the sky clouds that they use to build stuff, and also like the white sea and the white sea. That's what makes all that. So she could use like the weather tempo and her fruit with the Kairoseki to put them together and make like sky clouds. And that would be a really cool power up, because we saw like all the ordeals in the sky, like with the priests who had the string ordeal and the bubble ordeal and the steel ordeal. She could just like do the different versions of that. So I don't know. Obviously, Kairoseki paramnesia is like not happening.
Right.
There's just no way. Kairoseki paramnesia is happening when Waterlogia happens, but still, I think like just her having that would be really great. It'll also like help her with her defense, because we all know Nami's like the biggest glass cannon.
Right.
So at least with Devil Fruit users, she can always just turn that on and then they'll be much weaker.
Yeah.
That would also make sense as to why every time she hits Luffy, to make sense why it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I saw one that said Oda has intended for parallels between Luffy and Kaido. I mean, if we want to just for fun, let's just see if we can name any. Just because we know, that's a thing. Like, they're gonna go up against each other. What are some parallels? Well, we've got their strength for one. Maybe their young age.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah, canon emperors.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, I have one. In Kaido's introduction, it says that this man single-handedly challenged the Navy and the Yonko several times. So, I mean, that's what Luffy's doing right now.
So, yeah. I mean, you've got like you've got like that brashness or whatever. They definitely do it for two different reasons, Luffy just does it because like there's usually they're in the way of like what he's trying to get to, but Kaido does it so he can die some kind of glorious death. I think maybe that Luffy just I don't know. I don't even know if Luffy would be able to understand a character like Kaido. A character who just wants to die. I feel like if they might have some kind of back and forth about that. About wanting to die. Maybe Luffy will be able to get it.
Luffy perfectly understands Kaido.
Really?
I mean, this is like very seriously. I think he perfectly understands him. I don't think he'll agree with wanting to die.
Right.
But I think like the Kaido's whole philosophy of death completing a person, I think Luffy understands that. Because my thinking when Kaido said that, in that chapter where he said that Roger and Whitebeard, those guys knew how to do it or something like that, and he's like, it may not be with the times anymore, but death completes a person, something like that. And I think what he was meaning in that sentence, with where he says it's not with the times anymore, is that he's talking about the new pirate age. That, you know, where like back to Jaya and Mocktown, where Bellamy was talking about people who chase dreams are dumb and all that kind of things, dying for treasures that, you know, don't even exist. So I think that kind of thinking is what's probably common in the world, in the One Piece world now, with the new age of pirates.
Yeah.
And that's why Kaido said it's not with the times anymore, that people think that dying for your dreams is a cool thing or a great thing. But I think Luffy having, you know, being inspired by Shanks, who's part of maybe slightly older generation, or Shanks who was inspired by Roger and those guys, has a similar thinking that dying for your dreams is, you know, it's a good way to go out with what you believe in and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like he would understand Kaido, but I don't think he would agree with Kaido's kind of like wanting to die.
Yeah.
Bravo said some very insightful things about Luffy and Kaido that unfortunately cannot be recovered. So instead, have some reactions to what he was saying.
Yeah. Both of them crush whales, isn't it? Oh, see, Luffy is what Kaido aspires to be.
I think that's really good. I think that might be like the best place to finish, to sort of finish the video out on, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
This is a perfect
yeah,
moment.
like, see, we actually are capable of having insightful thoughts about One Piece. So, yeah, be sure to subscribe to Bravo. Be sure to subscribe to King AZ. Be sure to subscribe to me. Be sure to subscribe to the Voice of All Things, everything, and you know, maybe have some fun with your the One Piece theory generator. It should be in the description. Maybe play with it, you know, kind of hammer it out. See if you can find some pretty good theories, some pretty good inspiration for videos. And if you are a One Piece creator, consider joining the Grand Fleet Discord, where you can talk with other small One Piece creators, and maybe we can collab, be on this podcast. You know, there aren't very many episodes left. We intend to do only like 2 more. So if you want to, you know, get on this or whatever, you know, be sure to join the Discord and stuff. So yeah, see you guys.
Hello everybody, Bravo D Boy here, the man who lost half of the audio for this episode. I'm very sorry about that, but I figured you guys deserve to hear my thoughts, my very cultured thoughts regarding Luffy versus Kaido as protagonist and antagonist, and how they sort of contradict and compare to each other. Now you see, Luffy fights in a way where, you know, even though he's a protagonist, you might argue this is like the most evil thing you could do, really, is that he fights in a way where he doesn't kill his opponents intentionally ever. He just works to crush their dreams, which is really ironic considering the fact that he's spending this whole journey chasing the biggest dream anyone really could have in the whole One Piece world, correct? So let's take Arlong for example. Arlong was a fish man. He wanted to reign supreme over humans and prove his superiority. Luffy just defeats him and makes him sit and think about the fact that he lost to a human being, which is probably much worse than death to Arlong himself. He beats up Crocodile, destroying his crime organization, taking him away from his position of power. He gets locked up in prison. He has to sit and think about all that. You know, Luffy does this in a way where each opponent is in a terrible state of mind, which is arguably even crueler than just out and killing them. And Kaido kind of works in the same way, but for sort of different motives. While Luffy does it just for this, we don't really know why Luffy does it exactly, but Kaido does it so he can have more subordinates. He wants to crush the wills of each person he defeats and turn them into crewmates by having them submit to him. And this is just a very interesting contradiction because you don't really see such similarities between a protagonist and antagonist as much, which is why I think Kaido is definitely going to be the greatest antagonist we have seen ever in One Piece. You can quote me on that. I'll continue spouting that agenda, and for all, you guys have a great day. This is water. I am underage, don't worry.